Now that summer's officially here, many people want to spend as much time as possible in the outdoors. But of course, you're not going to be out there alone. Dr. Bill Lloyd is here to tell us how to avoid bugs like mosquitoes and their other flying friends. And he's also going to tell us how to use repellents, especially DEET, wisely. Today, he joins us from New York. Thanks for being with us, Dr. Bill.
Hi, Brianna.
Let me ask you first, of course, you know, we don't like the itchy bug bites. That's just the worst. But we're trying to avoid some insect-borne illnesses here. Can you tell us which ones?
Sure. The big ones for the summer that we're worried about come from both mosquitoes and ticks. When we talk about mosquitoes, of course, we're always thinking about that West Nile virus. But there's other viral illnesses that cause encephalitis that can also be transmitted by mosquitoes. You don't have to be outside very long to get a mosquito bite, and that bite may carry a serious illness. When we talk about ticks, of course, we think about things like Lyme disease. You know, every year, 20,000 Americans come down with Lyme disease, and in almost every situation, it's totally preventable. There's a couple of the smaller conditions like Rocky Mountain spotted fever or tularemia, but all of these can be prevented with the use of the proper insect repellents.
All right, and also, what are some of the things you can do with ticks? Because we see that video there where obviously they kind of burrow into your skin and you want to make sure that you don't have them on you. But just refresh for us how we avoid those.
Sure. Well, a product like DEET is ideal in protecting yourself from DEET. DEET's a chemical that repels, not kills, the insects. In addition to applying a powerful DEET formula, 20 to 30%, you want to make sure when you're outside, particularly for a protracted period of time, like hiking or camping, you wear long-sleeve clothing, and your trousers are tucked into your socks as well. Brianna, they actually have products now, clothing that are soaked with repellents, the pyrethrin family of chemicals, and you can wash and rewash these garments. So they're a smart thing to have if you know you're going to be outside for a long period of time. So you tuck your trousers into your boots like you're supposed to. You try to avoid wherever there are infested areas, so where there's a lot of brush and trees. If possible, try to stay away and stay on the trails. And when you're done being outside, you come back inside, check yourself, check your children, and check your pets for the possibility of ticks.
And those the clothes that are repellent, I mean, that's just amazing, but it sounds like DEET is really the way to go. But a lot of people are really concerned about DEET. They want to know if it's safe, especially when we're talking about little kids. And let me just show you something that the Environmental Protection Agency said. They issued a statement saying that DEET does not present a health concern. Human exposure is expected to be brief, and long-term exposure is not expected. But let me ask you this, because say like you go on vacation or you spend a lot of time hiking outdoors in the summer and you're putting it on for 12 hours a day, every day. I mean, where are the limits? Because the EPA doesn't really spell that out there.
Well, they don't spell it out because none of the studies have been done. We know if you keep it between 20 and 30%, apply it as directed, and with your children, apply it on your own hands and then smear it on the kids. Don't let the kids put it on themselves. It's a safe product that's good for up to 8 hours. When you come back inside, be sure you wash it off. Never put DEET on your clothing thinking you're going to get added protection. It doesn't work that way. You mentioned about some other products, and those citronella candles. They're pretty good. They give protection very close. So close, the mosquito's more likely to burn to death than actually protect you from getting a sting. And then there's a eucalyptus oil, lemon oil of eucalyptus. It's a low-strength repellent, but it's been found safe and effective when used for a short period of time. If you're only going to be out for a few minutes, that's a nice natural remedy that you can use to protect yourself from these dangerous insects.
All right, so if I'm running out to water my tomatoes, I can use the lemon oil, but if I'm camping, I got to use the DEET.
If you want a long-standing protection, yes, you want to put the DEET on. Keep it between 20 and 30%, and again, when you come indoors, be sure you wash it off.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Bill, for joining us as always.
We'll talk again soon.
All right, and Rick Sanchez now is here with a preview of what's to come in the next hour here in the newsroom. What have you got at 5?
Sounds like an interesting conversation. I like the DEET, the lemon oil. What is this all about?
Well, I just came back from the vacation with all the bites, so I was particularly interested.
I got one of those the other day.